Hi everybody, good morning. Today is Wednesday and I have a lot of really cool things to show you. So we'll start up here with message number 1. I wrote some words that Miss Laura had on her message board yesterday. It says, draw the caterpillars. And I drew a little piece of paper and a pencil. Yesterday, Miss Laura sent a video of the caterpillars in the cup to all your families, and she was talking about how you can look really closely and start to notice some things about the caterpillars, and she was wondering, can you draw them? Like, what are you seeing, and can you add those things to your drawing? Like in the drawing that she made a few days ago, she noticed there was like lots of little hairs and a ton of little legs, so she was adding lots of hairs and legs to her drawing. So did you draw one of the caterpillars, or did you draw all of the caterpillars? You can still do that too, or you can maybe find other things that you want to draw and really look and see, what am I seeing and what can I add to my drawing, right? Okay, message 2 is about a special day that's today, and I wrote up here, today is Earth Day. So today, Wednesday, April 22nd, is Earth Day. So it's a day where people all around the world celebrate the Earth, or the planet that we live on. And I drew a picture of the planet. You'll notice a lot of green and blue because our planet, Earth, has a lot of land on it, but it also has a ton of water. So that's what I put in the blue. We have a lot of water on our planet, and we're very lucky to have all that, like all the seas and oceans and lakes and rivers, lots of water, and people need that. So we're very lucky to have that all over our Earth. And Earth Day today is kind of like a special holiday. And today is the 50th Earth Day that we're celebrating. So that's why I wrote 50 here, 50. The first Earth Day was 50 years ago, and we celebrate every year. And for this day, we really just like to think about how much we love our Earth, our planet, and what we can do to help keep it beautiful and make it a better place, because this is our home and we want it to be our beautiful home for a super long time, but we need to work together to keep it beautiful and a great place for us to live, right? So I actually have a little video that I'm going to show you. It's a song about our beautiful Earth. My computer here. And here we go.
We are currently orbiting planet Earth. I'm picking up some noises. Sounds like cool music.
Such a beautiful, such a beautiful, such a beautiful, beautiful world.
I'm the Earth, and for what it's worth, 25,000 miles is my girth. I've got more than 7 billion people living on me all across my amazing geography. Check out my mountains, valleys, trees so tall, and I got lakes, rivers, and waterfalls, volcanoes, craters, swamps with alligators, tropical islands at my equator. The North and South poles have lots of ice, only polar bears say.
This weather's nice.
I've got so much land, yeah, I'm so immense. I got seven different continents. North and South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Antarctica, and Australia. But the biggest thing everybody can see is that I got a lot of water all over me. I have oceans with lobsters, whales, otters. 3/4 of me is covered in water. I orbit the sun.
I'm so hot.
That's his line, and the moon orbits me.
My time to
I'm
shine.
filled with life, both big and small, the most beautiful planet of all.
Such a beautiful, such a beautiful, such a beautiful, beautiful world.
It is the home to every boy and girl. It's a beautiful, beautiful world. I'm getting homesick. Me too. Computer, take us home.
So there we go. It's a pretty cool video, huh? Did you notice that it was talking about all the beautiful things that our world has, like mountains and trees and lots of animals? We're so lucky to have all those beautiful things all over our world, and we want there to be those beautiful things for a long time. So for message 3, I'm going to talk a little bit about some things that people, we can all do together to help keep our earth beautiful and wonderful and full of things like animals. So I wrote 3 special words and they all start with the letter R. R. So I wrote reduce, reuse, and recycle. Some of those are kind of weird, huh? Let's talk about them a little bit. So the word reduce means to make smaller or make less. And we can think about that and how we can use that to make the world better. So maybe think about, most people have at their house a garbage can. And when you put something in the garbage and the garbage gets full, some of you might take the garbage bag and put it in a big garbage bin by the street, or you might put it in a dumpster, and the garbage truck will come and take that garbage. And do you know where it goes? The garbage truck takes it to something called a landfill. It's where people built this massive, huge, big hole in the ground, and they dump all the garbage in there. That doesn't sound very clean, does it? Like at school, do we leave our garbage on the floor? No, we pick it up. But now, just like on the earth, people are putting their garbage just on the earth. So what we can do is reduce or make less the amount of garbage that we put in our earth. So we can work together, and instead of just throwing things away, think about if there's something else you can do about it, because we don't want all that garbage on our earth, right? So we can think about one of our other words, reuse. Reuse. Use something again. So instead of just throwing something away, think. Can I use this for something different? And I'm actually going to show you about how you can reuse a couple different things. For example, I have this empty egg carton. So when I went to the store, I bought eggs, but now all my eggs are gone. I ate them, so I have this empty carton. And a lot of times when this is empty, people just throw it away. But I'm going to show you how you can use it again or reuse it for something else. And then it won't go into our big garbage landfill. Cool, huh? And finally, this other special R word is recycle. We've talked about that one before, actually. In Red Room, we had a recycling bin, that big blue bin over by our door. And we talked about how recycling means instead of putting something in the garbage, if it's the right thing, you can instead put it in the recycling bin. And there's a big truck that will come get all the recycling, but instead of taking it to a landfill and dumping it all in our earth, it goes to like a special place or a factory where workers will take those things and use them to make other things. A lot of times what people recycle are things like paper or empty bottles. Those things can go to a recycling plant and they can be used to make new paper or new plastic bottles. So those are some different ways we can think about, how we can help keep our earth beautiful. So instead of dumping all this garbage into a landfill and putting garbage all over our earth, we can reduce or do less garbage. We can reuse things, use things again and again so that we're not just throwing it away after one time, or recycle it. Instead of putting it in the garbage, put it in the recycling bin so it can be made into something new. And I'm going to show you other things that we can do to also help our earth. One of them is going to be planting seeds. And I'm going to show you how you can do a painting activity, but actually not with a paintbrush. So I really should just cross the brush out. I'm going to show you how to use other things to paint. Okay? So I'm going to move this out of the way so we have lots of room. So the first thing I want to show you is how we can help keep the earth beautiful by planting seeds, because seeds grow into beautiful flowers or plants or bushes or trees, and those are all things that help keep our earth beautiful. So today I have a pot with some soil or dirt in it, and I'm going to plant some seeds in here, and I'll keep an eye on it, and we can watch it in some other videos and see if it's growing. And I'm going to use these special seeds. It's a seed packet. My friend actually brought me this when she went on vacation in Colorado. That's another state. So I have these special seeds that I'm going to plant, and we'll watch to see how they grow. I'm also going to use my empty egg carton to plant some seeds in. Okay, so we can reuse my egg carton to plant seeds. Pretty cool, huh? Let's go ahead and start with my seeds in my my little planter here. So I already tore it open a little bit, and I'm going to pour some seeds out in my hand. I'm not going to plant all of them because I want all the seeds to have lots of room to grow. So I might need to think about getting more planters or finding a spot outside where I can plant a lot of these seeds too. But I'm going to pour some in my hand, and then I'll show you, come on little seeds, what some of these look like, because there's some different shapes that we usually don't see with seeds. You know what? Here we go. So you can see in my hand, some of them are round, some have like little wispy bits on them. So there's a couple different kinds of seeds, and I'm going to put them in my planter and we'll see if they grow, okay? So I'm going to use my finger and just poke some holes in the dirt, and then I'm going to put my seeds in there. Sprinkle them in. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I can show you. So I have like these little holes that I made, and I put my seeds in, and I'm gonna cover the holes up. Gentle, gentle. Seeds are careful and delicate little things. So just like that, and then I have my spray bottle again, and I'm gonna water my seeds. I'm using the spray bottle because I don't wanna just glob too much water in right away. I don't want the seeds to wash away. There we go. So now it's nice and wet in there, and I'm gonna find a sunny place to put this, and we'll watch it, and we'll see if the seeds start to grow. And we should have some pretty flowers like the ones on this packet, okay? So there's those. I'll set those aside for now. And that's something you can do at home too. If you have seeds, maybe a grown-up at your house can help you find a place to plant them in some dirt. But you might also have an empty egg carton at home that you can use. So I'm going to open this up, and I actually brought some scissors because I'm not going to use this top part. I'm going to cut it off. I want the part with all the little holes where I can plant the seeds. So if you're going to do this at your house, you can ask a grown-up to help you cut the top part off if you don't want it, or you can leave it on. There we go. So there's that. And there's this little flap in the front. I don't need that either, so I'm going to cut that one off as well. But I'm not going to throw it away. It's not going in the garbage. I'm going to reuse these pieces for something else. So here's my little flap. I'm going to set this aside, and I'll show you later how I'm going to use that. This bottom part I'm actually going to put under, and it's going to be like a little extra tray in case some water leaks through, so that I'm not getting water like all over my table or floor when I'm trying to water the seeds. So the seeds that I want to put in here are not my flowers. I went to the store a few days ago and I bought a cantaloupe, one of those orange melons that we love to eat in Red Room sometimes. And when I cut it open, I saw all these seeds inside, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I can plant those and grow my own watermelon or cantaloupes. Wouldn't that be so cool? So I did some research. I had to go on the internet to ask my questions because I wasn't sure how to do it. So I typed in, can I plant my own cantaloupe seeds? And I found out that something you should do before you plant the seeds is soak them in a bowl of water for a few days. So I scooped out all my seeds, and I got a bowl, and I filled it with water, and these are all my cantaloupe seeds. And some are at the top, and some are sinking down here at the bottom. And I was reading that the ones that sink to the bottom, those are the ones that are good to use. But I have to keep them in this bowl of water for a few days, but it can be kind of hard to wait, can't it? So I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to plant one seed today, and I'm going to use one of my little sections here, and we'll see if it works. And then in a few days, when these are done soaking, I'll plant the rest of them, and we'll be able to see, did I have to wait just one day, or did I need to wait a lot of days before I was able to plant the seeds? So it's like a planting seed experiment. So I have some dirt that I was using, and I'm going to fill one of these little pieces with dirt. And I don't have a shovel, but I have a spoon, so I'm going to use a spoon to get some dirt out and carefully, let me move my bowl out of the way so you can see, put it in one of my egg carton sections. I'm going to fill it up. There we go. So I'll show you. There. So there's dirt ready to go in here, and I'm going to use my finger and just make a little hole. There we go. And I'm going to choose one of these seeds. So remember, the internet told me when I did my research that the ones that sink to the bottom are better, so I'm going to stick my finger down and try to get one from the bottom. Ah, here's one. Super tiny. So I'm going to put my cantaloupe seed in my hole. There we go. It's in there. And I'm going to cover it up. Here. And then I'm going to spray it again because seeds need water and dirt or soil to grow. So there we go. Now I planted flower seeds and my own cantaloupe seeds, and I'm really hoping it's going to turn into a cantaloupe plant and it will grow more cantaloupes. So I'm going to put this one in a nice sunny spot and we'll see if it grows. I'm really excited, right? Okay, and next I'm going to show you how to do some painting, but remember, we're not going to use a paintbrush. I'm going to cover my table with my plastic bag because I don't want to get super messy with my paint. And I have my paper ready to go, but instead, oh, and my paint, here we go. So this is the paint I have at my house. I have some red, blue, and some yellow up here that I'm going to use. But instead of a paintbrush, I went looking through my house and I noticed I have some bottles, and I took the bottle cap off of one of them and I thought, I can dip this in paint and use it on my paper like a stamper instead of a brush. So I'm reusing my bottle cap to paint and make art. I also found I bought some shoes a few days ago, and in the box there was some crumpled paper to help protect the shoes, and I thought, you know what, instead of just throwing this paper away or recycling it, I'm going to reuse it to see if I can make some fun patterns with this crinkly paper with my paint. Okay, so here we go. I think I'm going to try the paper first. I'm going to crumple it up a little more. I like these ridges and wrinkles right here, so I'm going to dip them in my paint and then stamp them onto my paper and see what happens. Let's see, I'm going to do some blue first. Ooh, got a little bit of blue. And dip, dip, dip. Oh, I can use it like a stamper, and now I have some little blue wisps on my paper. Let's see if I try some red. Ooh, there we go, red. Ooh, a little bit of a different shape. And let's see, you know what? I want to try this bottom little part for yellow. I'm going to dip it in my yellow. Here we go. Dip, 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 dip. Ooh. Those are some cool shapes, huh? So I was able to use a crinkled paper to get some cool stamps onto my paper. Let's see, I'm going to set this down. I'm going to try the bottle cap next. I wonder what kind of shape this will make on my paper. Do you have any guesses? I'm thinking a circle. Is that what you were thinking too? Yeah, all right. I'm going to try some red paint first. So get some red paint. And stamp. Oh, see it down here at the bottom? It is a circle. Let's try another color. I'm going to do some blue, I think. I'm going to put it right next to it. Ooh. Now there's a blue circle at the bottom. And we're going to do yellow too. Let's see. So now I have circles and some stamp designs on my paper. So I'm painting. I don't have a paintbrush. I'm reusing some things I found at my home to do painting with. Pretty cool, huh? So I'm wondering, can you find some things at your house to do painting? Can you reuse something maybe from your recycling bin or your garbage to paint with? make sure you ask a grown-up first to say, hey, can I look in our garbage can, or can you help me find something to paint with so I can reuse it, right? Or if you have seeds at home, like in a seed packet, or if you buy a fruit and you're noticing lots of seeds, you can ask your grown-up, can we plant these somewhere to help make our earth more beautiful? And maybe you want to plant them outside. Maybe you'll put them in a pot with some dirt, or maybe you can reuse your egg carton and plant them in the little sections, right? So we'll watch and see if these start to grow, and I'll put them in my video on Friday, and we'll see if anything's happening. And I'm gonna wait for the rest of my cantaloupe seeds to finish soaking in water so I can plant those too, okay? So thank you for watching today, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful Earth Day, and I hope you find something fun to try and do to help make our Earth a more beautiful place, okay? Miss Laura will be here with a video tomorrow, and I'll see you again on Friday. Bye, everybody.